Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to brace yourselves for some mind-blowing news erupting from the heart of Hollis Hall. If you believe the Chicago Bears are on the verge of a seismic shift, then buckle up, you're in for the ride of a lifetime. Imagine, just for a moment, what it would mean if the Bears pulled off a trade that could redefine our defense and add a star-studded player that fans have dreamt about. What if this new addition brings a tidal wave of energy to the locker room, sparking a resurgence not seen since the glory days of 1985? What if this is the catalyst we need to turn the tide of years of heartache into a season of hope and triumph? Picture this, a cornerback, elite in his prime but battle-tested, stepping on the field wearing the iconic navy and orange, bringing both grit and swagger. Yes, folks, the chatter has begun about a possible trade involving none other than Jalen Ramsey. Could you feel the electricity? This isn't just about stats or contracts. It's about the unmistakable essence of what it means to be a Bear. Legacy forged in hard-hitting play and relentless pursuit of excellence. The rumors circulating about a three-team trade have the potential to shatter expectations and invigorate our roster. With Ramsey possibly gracing the sidelines, what ripple effects would that cast across our young talents and coaching strategies? Could his veteran presence and storied experience elevate our secondary from good to impossible to score against? And what about our other cornerbacks? Would they rise to the challenge or find themselves outshined? Each beat of this unfolding story pulls us deeper into the maelstrom of possibilities, fundamentally reshaping our identity and pushing us closer to the dream of a Super Bowl run. But hold on, this isn't just about acquiring talent. It's about the implications that come with it. A team striving to shed its past failures must consider whether Ramsey fits the mold, or if the money tied to a 31-year-old might choke out future potential for the burgeoning stars we already have. Are we ready to embrace this risk? This could ignite a fire beneath the entire franchise. As we dive further into this swirling narrative, could this move galvanize a frustrated fan base, reigniting the passion and belief we all crave? The stakes couldn't be higher, and the future hangs in balance. The clock is ticking, and the next chapter of Bears lore is waiting. How will it unfold? As we navigate through these turbulent waters of speculation, keep your eyes peeled and your hearts ready, because something big is on the horizon, and trust me, you won't want to miss what comes next. And just like that, Bears Nation, the stage is set. Are you feeling the pulse of the team, the echo of past glories mingling with the hope of an electrifying future? If you're not already hitting that like button and leaving your thoughts in the comments, you better do it now, because the stakes have never been higher. This isn't just talk. We're standing on the precipice of something monumental. Picture a jam-packed Soldier Field, the roar of the crowd shaking the very foundation of Chicago, all eyes glued to the sideline, longing for a glimpse of a defensive alignment that could make history. The drama unfolding at Hollis Hall is nothing short of a Shakespearean tragedy waiting for a hero to emerge. And as whispers of Jalen Ramsey's potential arrival swirl around us, the question lingers: will it reinvigorate the spirit of our soldiering Bears or split the locker room right down the middle? Could the likes of Eddie Jackson and Kyler Gordon rise to Ramsey's challenge, crafting a bond to rival the legendary duos of Singletary and Ehrlicher? But imagine, just imagine, what happens if the opposing players can't wait to test themselves? Against this reinvigorated defense, does our psychological edge begin to stack in our favor? While Ramsey's undeniable talent brings hope, there are voices drowning beneath the surface, warning of the impact on our locker room dynamics. You can almost hear that old-school Bears chaos echoing the whispers of legends like Ditka, of teams forged in persistent rivalry, reminding us to tread carefully. We're an organization known for our stout defenses, anchored by legends who once breathed fire into this proud franchise. But the question lingers in the air: when do you become so enamored with the potential of one player that it stifles the growth of others? Will our untested newcomers like Tyreek Stevenson or the rapidly ascending Jalen Johnson be left grasping at shadows, Or can they step up to take ownership and shine in the same light as their storied predecessors? Then the financial implications creep in like a thief in the night. Think about it, a player like Ramsey isn't just a new jersey in the locker. He's a huge cap hit. How does this shake out for the long-term aspirations of our squad? Suddenly, we're not only in the business of team construction, but entering a chess match with every move containing the weight of history. Will the front office let go of a rising star or even trade a beloved staple of our defensive line to make this deal work? What will the repercussions be if the tapestry of our dynamic shifts in unforeseen directions? Fans, let's face it, our rival teams are watching closely. Can you hear the mockery from the Packers and Vikings fans already? Frantically cycling through their FK memes while we scramble to unify our core. Could a bold move from our side be exactly what inspires fear in their hearts and solidifies our status as a perennial powerhouse in the NFC North? But my friends, one thing is for sure. The clock is ticking louder than a fourth quarter horn. At the Super Bowl, the tension in Hollis Hall this very moment is palpable. What happens when Coach Eberflus finally calls the shots and decides whether to forge ahead with a monumental shift or hold back to protect our future? Are we ready for the repercussions of locker room either ignited with ferocity and aggressive ambition or fractured by jealousy and fear? These are the questions that linger like a heavy mist across the lakefront, and the answers wait just around the corner, teasing us with unknown possibilities. So what happens next? Will Ramsey come to us, or will it all crash in a swirl of failed negotiations? The world is watching, and fans everywhere are anxiously waiting. But imagine this, if we break through, how will that redefine the entire NFC? Will the Bears rise as titans from the ashes of mediocrity, giving us not just hope, but a blueprint to win the battles ahead? Be ready, Bears fans, because as the dust begins to settle, the only certainty is the uncertainty of what's to come, leaving us all breathless at the edge of glory or despair, waiting for the moment that history will remember. So stay vigilant, stay passionate, and remember, once a bear, always a bear through thick and thin. We fight. Who knows? Maybe in just a few days, we'll be heralding a new dawn for our beloved franchise. And all I can say is the future awaits. And it's promising to be explosive. Keep your eyes peeled, because something big is brewing beneath the surface. And trust me, you won't want to miss what comes next.